Good morning, dear students. In your previous class, you learned about some problems, how to solve these problems related to the systems of resistance. In this class, we shall study about heating effect of electric current. Children, you know that electrical energy plays very important role in our day-to-day life. Without the electric current, we cannot imagine our life. In our homes, so many appliances like fan, TV, refrigerator and etc. all are working by using the electric current. But the electrical appliances, when we use a long time, they are gets heated. Why they are gets heated? Now let's see how they are gets heated. Children, you know that in a cell or a battery, it contains some chemicals. By the chemical reaction, the potential difference is maintained at the ends of the battery. When the potential difference is set, the electrons are start moving from one end to another end. When the electrons are start moving, we named that as the current is start. The flow of current takes place. The motion of electrons, it consumes the electric current in the circuit or in a conducting wire. The electric current is start working when the electrons are moving from one end to another end. This electric current is used by the electrical appliances and then start their working. After some times they get heated. The surface of such appliances gets heated. Now let's see how they are gets heated. What is the reason for that and what we call such process? This electric bulb, when we touch the bulb, cell phone, CPU of the computer, TV and mixer grinder, all are gets heated and we feel warm or hot when they are working for a long time. And do you think about this? What is the reason? All these things are gets heated. They are start working from some time. From where this heat is liberated. Now let's see. In the mixer grinder, when we switch on, the current is passed through the conductor. Due to the electrical energy, it makes the jar or a mixer to rotate. Some amount of energy is used and the remaining small amount of energy gets converted into heat energy. Due to that reason, all electrical appliances gets heated after some times. The transformation of energy takes place here. Electrical energy converted into heat energy. This is called heating effect of electric current. Now let us know about why is heat produced on passing the electric current. Okay. With the help of battery, the battery is connected to the conductor through the resistor nichrome. Nichrome wire is used as a resistor. Look at here, in the battery, after the setting up of potential difference, the current is start flowing. Current is by the motion of electrons. You know that copper is a good conductor of electric current. The electrons are start moving in the conductor. It constitutes electric current in the circuit. Look at children here. Electrons are moving in the conductor, but the path of the motion is not so easy. There are obstacles are offered. Due to this obstacle, the collision takes place. And now come to the nichrome wire. nichrome is the alloy of nickel, chromium and iron. In this wire, the more obstacle is offered to the moving of electrons in the conductor. Here more collision takes place. The obstacle is more, the moving is very tough. Due to that reason, they are collide between them. In the copper, the collision is small. The collision rate is very less. Due to that reason, copper gets heated in a lower rate. But in a nichrome, collision is high. Due to the collision, the material gets heated very fast and it gets warm in a very higher rate. That is indicated by the color red. Children, in a nichrome, the collision is more. The material gets heated very in a higher rate. That is indicated by red color. When we compare to the copper, gets less heated. That's indicated by in the orange color. This effect is called heating effect of electric current. Children, till now we are discussing about heating effect of electric current, how it is generated in the electrical appliances and what is the reason for the liberation of heat energy in the electrical appliances. Now let's see the mathematical expression of heating effect, that is also called Joule's law of heating. Look at children, this is a simple circuit of, and observe here the current is passed through the conductor. In this circuit is having the resistance, voltmeter and ammeter and the key battery. Here the current is passed through the conductor from the battery. That current is taken as I. The current is flows in the conductor, that is taken as I. This current is flows in the conductor through the resistance R. That's why the resistance is taken as R. Here current is flows in the conductor through the resistance with some time. The time duration is taken as T. Time duration is taken as T. After some times, the power, the input power is generated within the circuit, that is taken as P. Input power is generated within the circuit that is taken as P. Now, P is equal to V into I. This is why we are right here P is equal to V into I, because the power is generated, that is input power generated in the circuit by the potential difference set up in between the ends of the battery. By the current is flows in some time. P is equal to V into I. Okay children, all of you understood how or why we are right here P is equal to V into I. The input power is generated by the battery. The potential difference is set up in between the cells, in between the ends of the battery. By that current is flows in the conductor. The product means the input power. So now right here P is equal to V into I. After some times, when current is flows in the conductor, the heat gets generated. That is taken as H is equal to P into T. H is equal to P into T. This power is generated, that is called input power. That with the input power, the heat gets liberated with some time. That is taken as like this. Instead of P, write this formula. Vi into T. when the current flows in the conductor for a long time. That is called Gauss law of heating. This is very important. All of you take the notes. Children, now come to example problems in your textbook. In the page number 111, the example 12.10. What is asking in this problem? Let's see. An electric iron consumes energy at a rate of 840 watt when heat is at the maximum. The rate and 360 watt when the heating is at minimum. The voltage is 220 volts. What are the current and the resistance in each case? Children, in this problem, we have to find the current and resistance in two cases. The electrical iron box consumes energy in two rates. One is 840 watt and another one is 360 watt from the source 220 volts battery. Okay. Now come to the solution here. Children, you already learnt about input power in the circuit, that is P is equal to V into I. P is equal to V into I. From this we can write the current. From this we can write the current. I is equal to P by V. Now let's find first when heating is at the maximum rate. Now the power is equal to, the maximum rate is 840 watt and the volt is 220 volts. Now current is equal to P by V. Now substitute these two values. Is equal to 840 by 220. Both are cancelled together and simplify. We get here 3.82 amperes. I is equal to 3.82 amperes. This is a amount of current when the electrical iron box consumes energy at the rate of 840 watt. Now let's find the resistance of the electric iron. Resistance of electric iron box. Electric iron box. From the formula, R is equal to V by I. Here V is how much? That is same, 220 volts. Now current, what we get as answer here? Current is 3.82. Both are simplified and we get the resistance is here 57.60 ohms. Resistance is equal to 57.60 ohms. This is a amount of resistance offered when in the electric iron box when the energy consumption in the higher rate. Now let's come to B. When heating is at the minimum rate. Here at minimum rate the power consumption is 360 watt and the voltage is 220 volts. Now I is equal to P by V. Now substitute these two values here. We get 360 by 220 is equal to 1.64 amperes. I is equal to 1.64 amperes. This much of current is flows in the iron box. Now let's find resistance. Resistance of electric iron box when the current flows in the circuit is of 1.64 amperes. R is equal to V by I. V is equal to 220 watt divided by 1.64 ampere. Both are cancelled together and simplify. We get 134.15. 134.15 ohms. Here the resistance is R is equal to 134.15 ohms. Children, all of you understood? Resistance of the electric iron box is like this. In two cases, at maximum energy consumption and minimum energy consumption from the same source, 220 volts. Children, now come to next example problem of the same page number 111. What is asking in this problem? Let's see. 100 joule of heat is produced each second in a 4 ohm resistance. Find the potential difference across the resistor. Children, here we have to use the formula Joule's law of heating. Okay, now come to the solution. Now first let us write what is given in this problem. Write as given data. Given data is here 100 joule of heat, that is H. H is equal to 100 joules is produced each second. Time T is equal to 1 second. A 4 ohm resistance R is equal to 4 ohm. Find the potential difference across the resistor. Here we have to find the V. Before going to finding the V, now let us first find current in the circuit by the Joule's law of heating. Children, you already learned about Joule's law of heating. By that Joule's law, the mathematical statement is, we can write like this: H is equal to I square RT. I square RT is equal to H. I square is equal to H by RT. I is equal to square root of H divided by R into T. Now substitute the values of heat, the resistance and time. Okay children, here H is 100, R is here 4 ohm, time is 1. Now let us remove the square root here like this. This become 10, this become 2. From the 2 ones are 2 ones are 2 5s are. The current is equal to I is equal to 5 ampere. I is become how much? 5 ampere. In the next step, we have to find the potential difference across the resistance. Potential difference across the resistance by the Ohm law. By the Ohm law, we can write here potential difference V is equal to I into R. Now V is equal to I value is here 5. The resistance is given how much? 4. Now potential difference across its end become how much? 4 5s are 20 volts. 4 5s are 20 volts. Children, now come to in-text question of the page number 112. Let's see what he is asking in the first question. Why does the cord of an electric heater not glow while the heating element does? Look at children here. The cord of an electric heater has lower resistance than its heating element. So, more heat is produced in the heating element than the cord and it going to glow. Okay children, now write here. The cord of an electric heater. The cord of an electric heater has lower resistance. Has lower resistance than its heating element. So, more heat is produced. More heat is produced in the heating element than the cord. And it going to glow. Okay. Children, now come to second question of the same page number 112. Listen what he is asking in this problem. Compute the heat generated while transferring 96,000 coulomb of charge in 1 hour through a potential difference of 50 volts. Okay children? Here in this problem, we have to find the heat generated during the transformation of charges. Okay, now let us write first given data. What is given in the problem? In the step 1, given data, the electric charges are represented in the by the letter Q. So Q is equal to 96,000 coulombs. And what is given? The time duration is given here. Time is equal to 1 hour. Here the time must be represented in the form of a seconds. Due to that reason, the 1 hour containing 60 minutes and 60 seconds. So 60 multiplied with 60, it gives 3600 seconds. And then what is given? Potential difference S. V is equal to 50 volts. Next, here we have to find the heat generated during the transformation in step 2. Children, you already learnt about the Joule's law of heating, isn't it or not? S. By that, we can write H is equal to I square RT. I square RT. Now, split I square as I into I. So, one I multiply with R, another one I write separately and with T. Instead of IR, look at children, instead of IR, we have to put V. We can write like this by using the Ohm's law. Children, you already learnt about the Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that V by I is equal to, or you know. By that, instead of IR, we can write V. V into IT. And next, in the place of I, we can write Q by T into T. You already learned about the current in your previous classes. The I is equal to Q by T. Now, look at children here. TT get cancelled here. Now, H is equal to V into Q. H is equal to V into Q. Now, represent H is equal to, now represents the values here. V is how much? 50. Q is how much here? 96,000. Now multiply both. 96 into 50. 96,000 into 50. It gives 48 lakhs. 48 lakhs joules. The heat is nothing but of energy. The SI unit of energy is joule, you know. Due to that reason, H is represented by the SI unit joules. But we have to represent in terms of kilojoules here. As it become 4800 into 10 to the power of 3 into J. Now it become 4800 kilojoules. This is a heat energy. This much of heat energy is generated while transferring 96,000 coulomb of charges in 1 hour through a potential difference of 50 volts. Okay children, now come to third question of the same in-text question of the page number 112. What is asking in this problem? Listen. An electric iron of resistance 20 ohm takes a current of 5 ampere. Calculate the heat developed in 30 seconds. Children, in this problem we have to find heat developed, that nothing but heat energy. Now let's write first what is given in this problem. In step 1, write given data. Yes, here the resistance is given, you know, R is equal to 20 ohm and the current I is equal to 5 ampere and the time is equal to 30 seconds. Yes, now let us find here heat energy. In the step 2, by the Joule's law of heating, we can write H is equal to I square RT. Now substitute all the values. I is here 5. 5 square. R is how much here? 20 into T 30. 5 square value become 25 into 20 into 30. All are multiplied together. It gives 15,000 joules. Now put the values in terms of kilojoules. It become 15 into 10 to the power of 3 joules. H is equal to 15 kilojoules. This much of heat is developed in an electric iron resistance of 20 ohm takes a current of 5 ampere. Calculate 5 ampere. Okay children. Yes. Children, now come to practical applications of heating effect of electric current. Okay. The generation of heat in a conductor is an inevitable consequences of electric current. In many cases, it is undesirable as it converts useful electrical energy into heat energy. In electric circuits, the unavoidable heating can increase the temperature of the components and alter their properties. Children, we know that so many electrical appliances, when we use a longer time, the surface of such appliances gets heated. That is, a unavoidable heating can increase the temperature of the components and it sometimes they alter the properties. Heating effect of electric current has many useful applications. The electric laundry iron, electric toaster, electric oven, electric kettle, and electric heater are some of the familiar devices based on Joule's law of heating. The heating effect of electric current, it has more applications. These are some electrical appliances such are working under the principle of heating effect of electric current. The electric heating is also used to produce light. Children, you know that anything or any material, when it is going to heat for a long time, after it going to glow. It is very important. The electric heating is produces light. As in an electric bulb, here the filament must retain as much as of the heat generated as is possible, so that it gets very hot and emits the light. All of you memorize the electric bulb. It must not melt at such high temperature. Children, the bulb containing a conducting wire, that conducting wire is going to become heat, but it does not going to melt at that high temperature. A strong metal can be used in place of that. A strong metal with high melting point such as tungsten. Tungsten is having the melting point 3380 degrees Celsius, is used for making the bulb filaments. The filament should be thermally isolated. That means it does not going to melt as much as possible. Thermally isolated means not going to melt. Using insulating support, etc. The bulb are usually filled with chemically inactive nitrogen and argon. Children, nitrogen and argon gases, it gives a longer life to the filament. Most of the power consumed by the filament appears as heat, but a small part of it is in the form of light radiated. And another common application of Joule's heating is the fuse. Fuse, children, all of you familiar with this word, fuse. Fuse used in electric circuits. It protects circuits and appliances by stopping the flow of any unduly high electric current. The fuse is placed in series with the device. It consists of a piece of wire made up of a metal or an alloy. The fuse is a wire. It is made up of metal or of an alloy of appropriate melting point. For example, aluminium. The fuse wire is made with the aluminium, copper, iron, lead, etc. If an current longer than the specified value flows through the circuit, the temperature of the fuse wire increases. This melts the fuse wire and breaks the circuit. The fuse wire is usually encased in a cartridge of porcelain or similar material with metal ends. The fuse is used for domestic purposes or radiated as 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 5 ampere, 10 ampere, etc. Why we have to use different amperes of current here? For an electric iron, for example, electric iron which consumes 1 kilowatt electric power when operated at 220 volts. It gives the current of 4.54 amperes. Look at children, in this case, the current 4.54 ampere much of current will flow in a circuit. In this case, a 5 ampere fuse must be used. Due to this reason, different amperes is radiated in a fuse wires. These are very much useful practical applications of heating effect of electric current. These are all used in our day-to-day life. Children, now come to electric power. Yes, all of you heard the word power in your previous Joule's law of heating. We have to call that as input power. Yes, here also the same. The electric power is nothing but input power. You already learnt about all this. The energy or electrical energy is dissipated or consumed. Both are same. Dissipated means generated. Consumed means used by the electrical appliances. In a circuit, this is also termed as electric power. Children, you already learnt about this. P is equal to V into I. The power P is given like this. P is equal to V into I. See children here, P is equal to V into I. This formula can be converted as like this. P is equal to IR into I. Instead of V, we can write IR by using the Ohm's law. See children here, V by I is equal to R. This is a Ohm's law. By this, we write here V is equal to I into R. The same V value substitute here. That become P is equal to I square R. This is another representation of the power. And instead of I, we substitute here V by R by the Ohm's law again. By the Ohm's law, V by I is equal to R. Do cross multiplication here. That gives V by R is equal to I. Squaring on both sides, it gives V by R whole square is equal to I square. Instead of I square here, we have to put V by R whole square is equal to V square by R square. Now, here R get cancelled. P is equal to V square by R. This is also another type of mathematical expression of electric power. These are all the mathematical expressions used in problems according to the data. Okay children, electric power, listen, electric power is electrical energy is dissipated or consumed in an electric circuit. Okay, this is termed as electric power. The electric power is represented by the letter P. Okay children, S. Now come to SI unit of electric power. The electric power is represented by the watt. V-A-T-T. It is represented by the capital W. It is defined as like this. Power consumed by a device that carries 1 ampere of current when operated at a potential difference of 1 volt. Thus, 1 watt is equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere is equal to 1 VA. See children here, this is a product of electric power is a product of potential difference and ampere. Potential difference and ampere. The unit watt is very small. Therefore, the actual practice, the day-to-day life, the representation is kilowatt. Kilowatt. It is equal to 1000 watts. Since electrical energy is the product of power and time, the unit of electric energy is therefore watt hour. Watt hour. 1 watt hour is the energy consumed. 1 watt of power is used in 1 hour. The commercial unit of electric energy is kilowatt hour. The commercial use of unit of electric energy is kilowatt hour. See children, commercial unit of electric energy is kilowatt hour. Now let us calculate the value of 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, kilo represent thousands. Okay, now write here 1000 watt into hour. The time must be represented in the form of a seconds. Okay. Due to that reason, the 1 hour right here 3600 seconds. Both are multiplied together. It gives 36 lakhs watt seconds. Now let us write that in form of like this. That become 3.6 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. Here the heat is generated or consumed by the electric circuit. Due to that reason, now let us take this is also a energy. For that reason, we represent 1 kilowatt hour in terms of joules. The value of 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. This is very important for your exam point of view. Now come to example problems of the page number 112. See children, what is asking in this problem. An electric bulb is connected to a 220 volt generator. The current is 0.50 ampere. What is the power of bulb? See children, in this problem we have to find the electric power. So now let us write first what is given in this problem. In step 1, write given data. Here the potential difference is given. V is equal to 220 watt and the current is given. I is equal to 0.50 ampere. Here we have to find the electric power, that is represented by the letter P. P is equal to question mark. In step 2, as children, you already learned about the electric power mathematical expression. There are 3 mathematical expressions are there. Now let us use P is equal to V into I. This is because in the problem the data is given in terms of potential difference and current. So here we have to use the first mathematical expression of the electric power. P is equal to V into I. Now substitute the values of P and V and I. P is equal to, instead of V 220, instead of I 0.50. Now both are multiplied together. It gives the value 110.00 joules per second. Power is represent in the form of a watt. So 110 watt. P is equal to 110 watt. This much of power of the bulb is connected to a 220 volt generator. The current is 0.50 ampere. Now come to example of the same page number 12.13. In this problem, an electric refrigerator rated 400 watt operates 8 hours per day. What is the cost of energy to operate it for 30 days at rupees 3 rupees per kilowatt hour? Children, in this problem we have to find the cost of energy to operate the refrigerator for 30 days. Before going to finding that, now let us first find the total energy consumed by the refrigerator in 30 days. Okay. Now let's write first. What is given in this problem? Step 1. Write given data. Here the power is given. P is equal to 400 watt and the time is given 8 hours per day. 8 hours per day. In the next step, we have to find the total energy. Total energy consumed by the refrigerator in 30 days. In 30 days is equal to 400 watt into 8 hours per day. Here it gives how much? That is also multiplied with 30 days, because here we have to finding the energy consumption for 30 days, you know. That's why we have to multiply both with 30. Both are multiplied together. It gives how much? 96,000 watt hour. In terms of kilo, it become 96 kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. In the next step, we have to find the cost of energy to operate the refrigerator for 30 days. For 30 days is equal to 96 kilowatt hour into how much rupees is 1 kilowatt hour? Yes, 3 rupees per kilowatt hour. 3 rupees per kilowatt hour. Both are multiplied together. It gives how much? 288. That is a rupee. Rupees 288. This is a cost of energy to operate the refrigerator for 30 days. Children, now come to in-text question of the page number 114. See first question. What determines the rate at which energy is delivered by a current? S. Electric power determines the rate at which energy is delivered by a current. S. Electric power. Answer is electric power determines the rate at which energy is delivered by a current. Okay children, now come to the second question. An electric motor takes 5 ampere from a 220 volt line. Determine the power of the motor and the energy consumed in 2 hours. Okay, here we have to find the power consumption by the electric motor. After, we have to find energy consumed in 2 hours. Let us write first. In step 1, given data is I is equal to 5 amperes, potential difference V is equal to 220 watt and the power is question mark. And here time is given, you know. Now let us write that T is equal to 2 hours. Now let us find first in step 2 power, electric power. P is equal to V into I. P is equal to, now substitute the value, so V is 220, I is 5. Both are multiplied, we get here 1000 100 watt. Electric power P is equal to 1100 watt. Now let us convert it into kilowatt. That become 1.1 into 10 to the power of 3 watt. P is equal to 1.1 kilowatt. 1.1 kilowatt. In step 3, we have to find energy consumed. The energy consumed is equal to P into T. Energy consumed during the time 2 hours. Here P is 1.1. Time is how much? 2 hours. It become 2.2 kilowatt hour. This much of energy is used by the electric bulb. E is equal to 2.2 kilowatt hour. This much of energy is used by the electric motor. Children, the chapter is completed now. In this chapter, we have been discussed about electric current and circuit, electric potential and potential difference, circuit diagram, Ohm's law, factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends, resistance of a system of resistors, heating effect of electric current, and some applications of heating effect and electric power, and so many numerical problems. I hope that all of you understood very well. Thank you.